Namaste, beloved goddesses. Namaste. Hello, beautiful, beautiful sisters. I am so delighted that you are joining me for this live masterclass, this free gift. Manifest your divine king as queen goddess. This is going to be so powerful, so magical. So I know that you are joining us from all over the world, and I'm so grateful that you're here. I'm so excited to share these codes with you, these divine insights and messages with you to truly inspire and empower you on your path to magnetizing your divine beloved, not just any soulmate, but your true divine soulmate. Bypassing all the what I call soul lesson mates or the karmic mates and aligning yourself to be only a match for your divine king, because you are a divine queen goddess. So to prepare for our time together today, I'm going to invite you to set aside perhaps, I aim to go an hour, but I love you all so much. I'm happy to be generous with my time and teaching. So we will go to a maximum of 90 minutes today. So just set that aside for yourselves. Have some water with you, have some tea, anything that's going to support you in being fully here, in being deeply grounded and present. And my assistant, my beautiful Clarice, just let me know how everything looks and sounds. Let's just make it even more beautiful and goddessy for you. And trusting that everyone can see me okay. So this beautiful gift, this love offering, is here to support you so deeply in activating you into your divine feminine power to manifest your divine king as queen goddess so that you can open to releasing the patterns of frustration, heartbreak, and disappointment and longing that you may have experienced on your path to manifesting your true beloved, and to become a match only for your divine king. No princes, right? My women, my sisters, we deserve kings. And speaking of kings, my beloved Eric bought us these flowers, these gorgeous roses as his gift for this masterclass to all my sisters. So you're already being showered by the divine masculine, by my beautiful king. So I hope you receive that. We'll be doing a beautiful centering ritual. We will get into these sacred secrets and teachings. We'll close with a beautiful meditation, and it's going to be so powerful. So stay here the whole time. Let go and let goddess, and just let the space, me, and the divine now hold you. No matter what you've been experiencing on your path of love, this is your time to open to miracles. Okay, if you have been on the path of desiring your beloved, a conscious and committed divine man, and if it hasn't happened yet, and if you're arriving here feeling a little discouraged or a little frustrated because no matter what you've tried, it feels like, where is he? Why isn't he here yet? You know, how come other people seem to be manifesting their soulmates, their beloveds? And what I hear a lot with my clients is, that sometimes women that they know aren't even doing all the spiritual work and the manifesting work, but then they're manifesting their love. So what's the difference? And the difference is that you were made for a divine love. You're a rare, empathic, beautiful priestess queen, and you were meant for a very sacred divine union. And this process in itself is one of initiation and ascension. So if you're arriving here right now wondering, where is my beloved? Where's my king? Just know it's all okay. Okay, you've done nothing wrong. You're certainly not alone, my love. The art of manifesting this divine love at this level is actually such an initiation for us women. It's so beautiful. It's so powerful what it calls us into becoming. But most of us, we haven't been taught the divine feminine way, the path, the teachings, the wisdom, the rituals to make this journey as magical and graceful and magnetic and divine as it's meant to be, as you're capable of it, capable of creating it to be, right? And if you're arriving here and you feel like you've tried a lot of things, or you're really curious and you want to know where to start, right? Just let go and let Goddess and know that you can do this, that you were meant to magnetize your beloved with your divine power as a queen goddess. And you're going to learn these sacred secrets today, right? And you've actually always had the power to manifest your beautiful king from your divine feminine, right? But a lot of times also what happens is we get the therapy, or we try law of attraction practices and manifestation practices and affirmations. And, you know, we're taught how to be, how to act, how to behave to attract the guy or the other. But all that focuses on us, you know, making ourselves ready for that other person. Whereas the divine feminine, it comes back to you ultimately in the most beautiful and empowered way. And a lot of the teachings that I have found, especially by the time my clients come to me and we work together, they mean well, but they're a disservice to us highly sensitive, spiritual, sacred, divine, powerful women. Right? So I am here to remind you of your power, right? That for us divine, soulful women, you are ready, you are capable, you are destined for that divine love that your soul has always shown you, that vision that you've always had, that deep knowing in your heart. I know that I can feel right now as I tune into your energies that sometimes it can feel so disappointing and frustrating, but I know that deeper than that, there's a place inside of you, my loves, in your heart that knows. Because you can feel the presence of your beloved. And you can feel your own capacity for the kind of divine love that you're meant for. Right? So I'm here to assure you, and this is from my own journey and from my journey since 2012 of empowering my beautiful sisters to manifest their divine loves no matter what their circumstances, no matter what their histories, that everything you desire in your beloved and in your relationship, you can have without compromise, without settling, without sacrificing anything, right? You are so divinely meant to be with your divine masculine equal, a divine partner, where you're both equally ready, right? Where he is looking for his queen, ready. He's already ready to commit to you, to love you and to adore you, to spend his life devoted to you. And for you together You were meant to have this love that is soulful and sexy and spiritual, and where you have this deep and profound connection in mind, body, heart, and soul that gets deeper and deeper with time. So you are meant to have the love of your dreams. And if you're here live, I want you to affirm that and share that I am meant to have the love of my dreams. Okay. So welcome. And again, if you're joining me live, just come and say hello. Let me know where you're coming from. Yes. Oh, it's 11:11 where you are. How beautiful. How magical. What a beautiful time to affirm. So my loves, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Syma. I am so blessed to be a divine feminine mentor, a high priestess, a healer, and blessedly a best-selling author of the books Manifest Soulmate Love and Goddess Reclaimed. And it has just been my greatest honor to serve women since 2012 in reclaiming their divine feminine power, healing their greatest inner blocks, and manifesting their boldest dreams in every part of their lives, and having it all from their feminine, from the goddess, right? I don't transform women into goddesses. That's what they often say. Do you transform me into a goddess? What I know I do is share the way and empower you to return to the goddess that you actually are. So we unleash the goddess that's already within you, and then all the magic that unfolds through that, right? And my higher mission is to unleash the goddess in all of us as the goddess rises in the world. And women, we have it all from our feminine as goddesses. And when that dream, that vision includes sharing that with your divine king, with your divine beloved, that is so beautiful. And I just want to say it can be with your divine queen, it can be with your partner. This specific masterclass and offering is for your divine king, because so many of the women that I work with, most of the women that come into my field, they love what I have with my beloved Eric, and they know that I have done so much deep healing work on my journey with healing with the masculine that they need support with. So they love to know how I manifested my divine king, Eric. So that's why we're teaching this. But I've been blessed, not only to help women manifest all their dreams, but specifically with soulmate love. We've had so many wedding invitations over the year, and just to see them go from heartbreak or completely absent love lives, or feeling like they're never going to fall in love again, find love again, or it's over, to just becoming the queen goddesses, to receive their divine kings. And I think one of the greatest accomplishments or celebrations of my work is getting those emails like Clarissa and I know of, the pictures of the proposals and the rings and the weddings and the honeymoons and then the first homes and the first babies. So that is one of the most fulfilling parts of my sacred work. And today it's my joy to give you a glimpse into this, right? So you can be empowered on your divine path. So as I shared, we're just about to open with a beautiful centering ritual. Okay. And then we're going to get into these beautiful teachings. I'm going to share with you the divine feminine secrets so you can reclaim your beautiful feminine power and manifest your divine king as the queen goddess that you truly are. So let's begin with a little rose incense ritual. I know this is virtual and you can't smell it, but I'm just going to ask that you trust that you're receiving this virtually. And as I waft this around you, just feel yourself being showered by beautiful rose petals and infused with the energy and the light and the beauty of thousands and thousands of roses already beginning to connect with your inner goddess, with your inner queen who allows herself to receive lavishly, abundantly, beautifully, unapologetically. You are so worthy. Pure, divine, golden, pink light filling you, surrounding you. If you connect, I call them God, Goddess, but if you want to say the universe, whatever resonates with you, just feeling the infinite love of the divine fill you. The love of the divine masculine, connecting with it as golden energy, and the divine queen, the divine goddess, the divine feminine as beautiful, glowing, regal red. And just allowing everything that happened before this moment to drop away and coming fully here, filled and surrounded by roses and divine light. And I'm going to anoint you with this very special oil that I received in Egypt from Goddess Isis's temple. Goddess Isis, they're behind me. The ultimate divine queen and goddess of 10,000 names. So allowing yourself to be anointed. Actually, they're saying the crown. So on your crown, your third eye, your heart, your throat, and then your heart. You want me to get into your stomach, your solar plexus, around your power. They're showing you're going to boost up that divine worth and value, that you are worthy. You are a queen goddess, worthy of nothing less than a divine king. And then they're going down to your womb, beloved. So just trust that you are etherically receiving this anointment. So beautiful to see so many of you here from all over Malaysia, Nebraska, Germany, yay! So many beautiful places. Okay. Placing your hands, one on your heart and one on your stomach first. Feeling again that connection to the beautiful rose essence and that golden and red and pink light, regal, sweet, pure, divine, letting it fill you. Connecting with your own intention of what you are ready to receive. Giving yourself permission to let go of anything, any resistance that could keep you from opening to the divine love, lover, divine king that is worthy of you as divine queen. Allowing yourself to remember and return to your sacred origin and your truth as regal and sovereign queen goddess, worthy of the best in every part of her life, including her relationship, her most sacred relationship with another, the most beautiful and intimate one. That sacred union and partnership. And affirming, I give myself permission, I soften, I relax, I let go, and I receive. Pressing your palms together, taking a deep breath in. And exhaling from your heart. And gently opening your eyes. And being fully here, beloved. And we are going to open to all the divine insights, to the wisdom, to the empowerment that you are ready for, because I can feel it. I know this, my loves, because, sorry, there's like a hair on me somewhere on my face. My beautiful, sweet cat, my Princess Ella. Okay. Why I'm so passionate about sharing this is because my own journey is one that is my first proof of this, which is why I became a teacher. So before I manifested my beloved Eric, who now buys roses for my clients, for my beloveds, for my sisters, for my sacred work, for the women that I'm here to serve, and celebrates every milestone and supports me. If you watch, if you follow me, like the pictures that I have, all my professional pictures, Eric is behind them. He's a photographer. He makes the website. He is my cheerleader. That's just in my work, but in my life, he adores and worships me as goddess. But it was not easy for me to get to a place where I could receive him. In fact, before I was able to receive him, I was being the version of myself who was unable to receive it. And this is so literal because he actually liked me for a few months. I knew him through a friend. So he was part of another circle of hers. And he liked me and he made it clear. He asked me out, but I was not able to receive. In fact, I regressed and reverted and resorted to saying yes to a friend who initiated a relationship who was in a really dark place himself. And I was not in my power. And I said yes to that. That was the version of me that I was in. And that relationship, as friends, it was a really lovely friendship. But when we are in romantic partnership with someone, all our stuff comes up. And so this side of him came out that was suddenly very emotionally distant and cold, hot and cold. Like I just never knew where I stood. And it triggered all my wounds at the deepest level. My deep wounds of unworthiness and abandonment. And so in response, I started questioning myself and overgiving. And then I'd feel resentful and unsure and frustrated. I was doubting my own intuition, my discernment, and my judgment. And I remember at one point, at one of the lowest points, just feeling like more alone in relationship than I would on my own. And just really horrible. And I had to hit rock bottom before I had to give myself that Kali Ma, warrior goddess, queen goddess, loving slap on the face of like, what the hell am I doing? This is not me. It's like my queen goddess self took over and she lovingly shook me and woke me up. And I thankfully was able to break free and then devote myself to returning to my power in every way. And that was such a painful experience and yet such an essential initiation in me returning to my power. So it put me on the journey of coming back to my sovereignty. I had to do all this deep, profound spiritual and goddess healing work to heal my experiences with men. As you might know, if you follow my journey, I had extensive childhood sexual abuse from men, not my father, but with my father, a lot of physical abuse. So I experienced so much of the dark masculine. And then with religious, upbringing, like all this shame around sexuality, and this just resulting in so much self-sabotage, insecurity, patterns of sacrifice and overgiving, doubting myself, my self-esteem struggled, and then I had to heal that on this journey and embody true divine regal self-love and do deep healing work with the goddesses around my heart and my womb, especially, until through the divine feminine. And I had tried, I'd been blessed and supported with therapy in high school. And I did a little more in university as well, but it only took me so far. It wasn't until I returned to and learned these practices of the goddess, the ways and teachings of the divine feminine, that the healing was full and deep. And I truly returned to this wholeness within me as a woman. Right? And as I radiated my divine queen goddess self for myself, I became so receptive to Eric, who was there the whole time, desiring me, ready for me. But this is the thing. It's like my frequency was down here. And it wasn't until I am that we were able to connect. And Eric and I have been so blessed. We just celebrated 13 years together, 10-year wedding anniversary in the most magical place in our baby moon. We've triumphed over an 8-year-long fertility journey with our miracle rainbow baby. You know, and the strength that's brought us through marriage. And a lot of marriages, a lot of partnerships can't always survive the test of infertility for so long. And we have thrived and we have become closer and stronger. And this is the most magical time of celebration for us. And every single day, I am in awe that I've been blessed with such a beloved divine partner who supports me and fully sees me and adores me and is my partner in every way, and I his. And we both are flourishing in our own lives, and we flourish more together. So I teach this. I know this from my own personal journey. And I'm also here to tell you that in spite of my deep desire, I always had a knowing that I was meant to have a great love. Because I had so many wounds, so many unconscious blocks, that the goddesses said, okay, if you want this divine love, we're going to turn you into the goddess first, right? And I know that if I can heal them, so can you. So if you are on a path, my love, where a lot of times women, when I work with them, they are coming out of a separation, a divorce, a heartbreak, a breakup, or just a journey of like not manifesting partners, and that pain, that heartache. And I know that no matter where you have been, how long it's been, how frustrating it's been, you absolutely have the power within you to unleash that goddess, to connect with her, to come into your wholeness, first and foremost for you, and then your union with your divine beloved is inevitable. Okay. And the best part is that when you truly come into your power as divine queen, a queen bypasses the soul lesson mates, and you just quantum leap into your true divine ultimate match. How does that sound? Being able to do that. Okay. So one of the first beautiful teachings of these goddesses to manifest your divine king as queen is a queen is so clear, confident in knowing who she is and what she wants. And this requires her healing all her worthiness and all her resistance and all her blocks from the divine feminine. But she gets to this point. So when I left that relationship, you know, of someone who was so hot and cold all the time, and it was so hard to know what was going on. Just, it was a hot mess. I came out of that almost like the feeling is like, when you come out drowning and you're like, oh, it was just this feeling of freedom. But I was so clear. And I wasn't this person yet, but I was becoming her, and I decided. I said a prayer to the universe with full conviction. God, Goddess, I am ready for a man who knows who the fuck he is and what he wants. And that if he is my divine man, he knows he wants me, he wants a relationship, he wants love, he wants true love and commitment. And he's all in. A man who's just all in. Not a man child, no wishy-washiness, no doubting, right? So many times my clients come like, what do I do if he's ghosting me? What do I do if he's not if he's afraid of commitment? This is the part of you that's like, fuck that shit. We don't even attract. I don't have time in my life. I don't have space. I'm not available to that energy in others. I make myself unavailable to that. It's the queen has this conviction. And so when I made that declaration, the universe responded. And you know how it responded? It said, okay, we're at your service. Your wish is our command. So you want a man who knows who he is, what he wants. We're going to make you become a woman who knows who she is, what she's worth, what she wants, and that she is worthy of what she wants. You become the queen goddess is the woman who knows what she deserves. Right? So then for me, the goddess work began of healing all the parts of me that were in resistance, all little old wounds, like stem back to childhood and other lifetimes. And it was the divine feminine, the deep healing with the goddesses. That was my saving grace. Embodying her on all levels. Where I was finally able to actually see Eric because everything had been cleared. And I was able to receive him. And this is what can happen where a divine masculine match can be in our field, but we're not ready to receive them. So we won't even see them. So one of my clients, I use a different name for my clients to respect their confidentiality, but I share this based on their testimonials and, free to share. But so Karina, she came to me for healing a pattern of attracting narcissists. Right. And she's a healer and really intelligent herself, very self-aware. And she knew that it stemmed from her relationship with her father, who was a narcissist. But in spite of therapy, in spite of her own gift as a healer, she was not able to break free of this pattern with attracting narcissists. So she would get into these relationships with narcissists, and her being this priestess, this divine empath, these relationships would be very toxic and draining and codependent and disempowering for her. And when we delved into the divine feminine and she reclaimed her power and fully embodied her divine feminine self-love and self-worth and all the work that we did, we healed things at the level of childhood and karma and just broke her the fuck free, right? She finally got to reject her narcissistic ex who had such a hold on her that for years she was in a pattern of going back to him, breaking herself free and going back to him. She finally was fully able to cut all the cords and to set herself free because of the work that we did with the goddesses, with the divine feminine. So that was one of the best parts. The greatest wins was she got to fully, completely release him. And he no longer had his hooks in her. Sometimes that's how it can feel, like someone has their hooks in us, and we just can't stop thinking about them. And yeah, it's just such a disempowering energy. Now, the thing is, the old version of her would have taken him back, but this new queen goddess that she became was like, absolutely not. Okay, and then the part two of this transcendence and ascension for her was that she finally saw this beautiful person that was in her field that liked her, and it was like magic. They came together so organically and magically. And she's like, I just never even saw this person that way, but suddenly the attraction was there. I found him so sexy. And we already had a really nice, platonic and respectful and emotional connection. And now it's like suddenly my heart was open. And this is what happens. Like when you become that queen goddess and you're only ready for that divine man, you are able to recognize him in a way that before you become that version of you, if it came to your door and knocked on your door, like Eric was literally asking me out, you wouldn't be able to recognize or receive it. Right? So this is why it's so essential to ascend into your queen self. And it's not even like so much ascension, but it's returning to your queen goddess self and to make that divine decision from conviction that as I claim my readiness for my divine king, I'm ready, willing, and able to become a woman who knows who she is, what she's worth, what she deserves, and can only allow in my field a man who is worthy to, who is my equal, and be ready and willing and able to go on that journey of initiation with the goddesses, with the divine, to return, right? It's more like we're peeling away the layers that are not the divinity of who you are, you and your power, with love, right? So we're not shunning them. We're not having any shame around them or anger towards those parts of ourselves. With such compassion, we're blessing, releasing, and healing and shedding these layers. I think Rumi's poem, how does it go? Like, for love, it's not about finding it, but releasing all the barriers you've set up against it. That's what that first part of the journey is, my love. And if you feel like, oh, Saima, it sounds like, it took you a long time on your journey or like years. And yes, my journey was years long, but eventually I got the things that worked the most powerfully, right? The goddess rituals and teachings and the wisdom that is women's wisdom, our teachings. And that's why I was able to then collapse time. And I created my Manifest Soulmate Love program, which used to be 90 days. And now it's even shorter, like in how quickly women transcend time. So it doesn't have to take long. This transformation can happen for you. You can clear lifetimes of blocks and patterns and karma around this. You just have to decide that you're doing it and go on the path and go on the journey, and it can happen in an instant. And in a practical 3D time, in a matter of weeks, like you can heal all this, you can clear all this. It's so, I could just feel your ripeness and your readiness if you're watching this. And I'm so excited for you because I can feel your yes. So actually, let me check in with my live sisters. Tell me if you're feeling this yes, that I am going to be a woman who decides that she deserves a man who knows who he is and what he wants, a divine king. And I'm going to be clear in my conviction of what I desire and what I deserve, and say yes to the journey where nothing else can come into my field, where I'm only available to my divine king and my divine true love. This is so essential, my loves. I have one of my clients, Arti, and she was told by a Vedic priest that the stars in her astrology is very inauspicious, and she will not have love and be alone the rest of her life. She came to me after a divorce, and she's been doing all this healing work, but she just said, in my search, in my seeking guidance, psychic readings and all that stuff, I was told this by a Vedic priest, and she's Hindu, so she really, really believed in this guidance or this prediction. And I just said, not on my watch. This priest is not God. Okay. There's no such thing as having bad love karma, because you are a queen goddess and you get to decide. You are God, goddess embodied. You are one with the divine. You are a co-creator. No one gets to tell you what you can't have or something is impossible for you. Right? With the divine, with goddess, all things are possible. And when you fully awaken your God, the goddess within yourself, and return to your divinity, then all the things you desire are inevitable. And my loves, I'm proof. This was my journey receiving my baby as well. So, poor Arti had all these deep fears of ending up alone the rest of her life. She didn't have family in the States. She'd made some friends, but she had a deep fear of being alone. And what would happen in her case was she would attract people who, and tell me if this happens to you, it happens to so many of my clients, where you're attracted to people and they don't reciprocate. It's unrequited love. And then whoever's attracted to you, you don't find them attractive. So this was her pattern. And she felt deeply rejected by the men that she desired, and frustrated and annoyed at herself that all these nice guys, like anyone who likes me, I just don't have any interest in them. I don't find them attractive at all. So in our work together in Manifest Soulmate Love, we uncovered the root cause that went back to lifetimes, and it was karmic, as it usually is. But whatever the source is, we cleared it, and we changed the stars together. Okay. She married her divine soulmate. I don't know how many years we've been married, but I was invited to the wedding. We have the pictures of her as a bride. So beautiful. And she's been traveling the world. She actually joined me for my Awakened Goddess training program because she had some more dreams she wanted to keep just leveling up, and she manifested those dreams. They bought their dream house when they were in a really competitive market. And anyways, they just keep flourishing. He is the nicest guy. When we have our calls, he's like always bringing her tea and, just taking such good care of her. And she is such, I remember her before, that energy of anxiety and despair, and who she is, who she became before, than who she is embodied. It's just, Queen has that relaxed confidence. That's what she embodies. And she has her divine king who adores her. So you have to decide, and you have to know all things are possible. This is so possible for you, right? When you get that queen goddess conviction, even if some Vedic priest says that you're never going to have love again, you transcend everything. Nothing can hold you back. And everything becomes possible for you. And your love is just one of them. So I'm going to invite you to reflect on some questions that you can journal on. You can share your answers here in the live, or just note them. But my love, I'd love to know, where are you being initiated in your love journey right now? What's been the struggle and the pain, the frustration? how has this been making you feel about yourself, about your power, in your Shakti, in your vitality, in your joy, in your happiness? And are you ready to decide to heal this on the deepest levels? Are you ready to release this resistance and become the queen goddess who knows who she is, what she deserves, and what she wants? And if there's a yes to that last question, give me a yes in the chat if you're joining me. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Affirm this. Affirm this, my loves. Yes, the queen goddess, and relax and confident. Yes, yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, yes, I love all this. Thank you for sharing your story. I'm so happy to share my story. I'm so happy that it's there to serve you, my love. My story is now no longer for me. It's to share and to serve and to empower and to show you what's possible for you. Because if I can do this, trust me. I mean, I know anyone can do it because that's what I've been helping women with for all these years. So let's do a little invocation right now, okay? We're going to get goddessy. Placing your hands, I'm still feeling one on the heart, one on the solar plexus. So the heart chakra and solar plexus is that queen center of your sovereignty and your power, your regal, relaxed confidence. God, goddess, my own inner divine queen goddess, I invoke you and I claim that I am ready to become the queen that I am. I'm ready to heal my blocks. I'm ready to become so crystal clear in my desires, in my conviction, to be confident and empowered to return to who I am in my divinity as co-creatress of my life. And of course, have love if I desire. And to have all I desire in my love and in my beloved, my sacred king, as I rise into and accept this initiation to become queen goddess. I'm ready, I am ready, I am ready. Yes, yes, yes. Whew. Okay, just rub your heart and your belly for a moment. I hope that felt powerful. Right? So what I love with goddess work is we get activated. We don't just teach, we ground it in. We feel it, we embody it. Oh, yes. All the yes, I ams. I love it. Yes. Okay. So secret number 2, my loves, is that a queen goddess is equally whole in your divine feminine and your divine masculine. Right? So the goddess has so far called us into healing as women, especially as highly sensitive women. There's so many collective themes and around the spiritual assignments and lessons we're here to learn around our self-love and our voice and our value and our worthiness and shining and receiving. All of us sensitive women have these common themes, these soul themes that we are here to heal and to embody and to master. So there's all this divine feminine initiation, but to manifest a healed and whole, empowered divine man, like a truly embodied king, right? You need to be clear on who he is and what qualities he has to you. What does a divine masculine mean to you? So if you're in the chat, even if I put this up as a replay, share in the comments. What does a divine masculine king embody? Give some thought to that in this moment. Maybe you got really excited about this Masterclass, you're like, ooh, how to manifest my divine masculine king. And it's like, wait, what does my divine masculine man embody? So just take a moment and don't even think about this as your man or your love and like a list in your head, but truly tap into this divine masculine being. He's not an ordinary guy. He is an embodied, awakened, conscious man. So beautiful, so empowered. And there are so many of them in our world. Trust me. If I can believe this after experiencing the worst of the masculine, I know they exist. So I'm holding this for you right now. Okay. But is he generous? Is he kind? Sexy? Is he self-sufficient? Is he caring? Is he spiritual? Is he strong? Is he noble? Does he have, what are the values? His characteristics, does he have integrity? Is he committed? Is he creative? Is he adventurous? Fun? What does he embody to you? So getting really clear on what the divine masculine means to you and how you desire that, to experience that embodied in a partner, in your beloved. And be very aware and clear on how and where you've experienced the lack of this or the shadow of this, whether going back to your father, your religion, the patriarchy, brother, friends, boys in school, bosses, exes, or even sometimes a lack of men in your life, the absence of men, absence of a father, or absence of men to date or be with or be in love with or be in a relationship with. That in itself is still a wound with the masculine. The neglect, the feeling of abandonment or rejection, that absence with God, just depending on how we've been raised. So we're holding these two things, and it's equally important to heal the wounds you've experienced with the masculine. This was essential for me and essential in my client work. Okay, that's part one. And it goes really deep in layers sometimes that we just consciously can't even be aware of once we start the work. It's so deeply entrenched. And then cultivating the divine masculine within yourself. This is a key, beloveds. Right? So here I'm reading your what you feel is a divine masculine. So honor, respect, unconditional love, commitment, heartfulness, vision, strength, clarity. That's so beautiful. So, so beautiful. And the invitation to manifest this divine beloved embodied in another human. The next part of it is not only healing any lack of that you experienced, but cultivating that within yourself and connecting with that, with the spirit of the masculine, the divine masculine. Maybe it's God, however you connect with it. But in my work, we do some deep, specific healing work to connect with the spirit, the soul, the essence of the divine masculine, which is so essential for us women when we, for ourselves, and then in calling in an embodied divine masculine partner. So for example, the divine masculine within you would never let you compromise your values, your worth, or your truth. Right? Like if we think of the archetype of the noble hero or warrior, he will slay dragons for you. So a lot of times, my clients, sometimes they're waiting to live their life or do the things until they have that beloved, waiting to move out on their own or travel the world or start a business or leave a job. And it's like they're waiting for a sense of security or for my life to begin once I have my partner. But the divine masculine would never let you wait and compromise. Or if you're in situations in your life, if you're in a romantic relationship or in the past you have been, where you settled and sacrificed and compromised, to call in the divine masculine king requires that you become that noble knight and triumph, fight the good fight, right? To take a stand for yourself, to free yourself, to be in integrity with yourself, to be noble to yourself, to be your own hero, your own knight in shining armor, your own self-sufficient and thriving and victorious king, to support yourself, to protect yourself, to provide for yourself in every way, to be that divine masculine for yourself as well. And to be able to be in harmonious, beautiful union with it in the universe. To allow yourself to receive it from God, from the divine masculine, from the physical masculine, from the world, from others, from your divine man. This work is so essential, so powerful. And then you rise equally empowered in the divine masculine and feminine within yourself. And with the beautiful way that's reflected back to you is a man who is not only an embodied king, embodied in all that you value in the divine masculine, but because he's your divine mirror and reflection, he's also centered in his divine feminine. He's centered in his heart, in his love, in his giving and receiving, nurturing, in his sensitivity. Like Eric, such a beautiful embodiment of both. And my clients, all the beautiful men, they finally call in as queen goddesses, right? Fully embodied in your sovereignty, in the feminine and the masculine, both of them healed and whole. Of course, you're going to be a match for another who is whole in themselves, right? And we release those patterns of the unhealed masculine where we revert to overgiving and settling and sacrificing, because the divine masculine within us could never do that. And if you feel like, oh, this is more work, no, it's not. It's so beautiful. In fact, in my work, like in my Manifest Soulmate Love program, there's a specific initiation we do with the divine masculine that is always a surprise to my clients, that it's their most favorite, because they usually are so interested in the feminine and unleashing the love goddess and doing all this beautiful feminine work. And then they are so taken aback by how healing and beautiful they say to me usually that they didn't even realize how much they longed for and needed that balm, the healing of the masculine, and just how beautiful and nourishing it felt to finally connect and receive the divine masculine, right? And to let that rise within yourself. And there are so many men like this in the world. Your divine beloved king is already ready. He is ready and waiting for you to become ready for him. He's vibrating here, being like, where's my queen? Where's my queen? I'm ready for my queen. Right? And this is not something you want to wait for a man to bring you. Right? You want to be your own healed healer, your hero, your rescuer. This divine person that I'm feeling for you, like this divine man that you desire and deserve, he's one who honors the goddess and respects women, reveres the feminine. He's in his heart, in his feminine. And so you also are being called as like yin yang. That's the image that's coming through, my loves, the yin yang. That you then are the beautiful goddess who's also sovereign in her masculine, even as she radiates in her feminine power. So like the divine masculine, you need to awaken and honor the divine king within you too. And you need to be all in and become that knight, that noble hero and warrior that fully commits to you and knows you're going to persevere. How does that resonate, my loves? How does that feel? I hope it feels empowering. You're so capable of doing this. It's the most beautiful gift you give to yourself when you open to this as Queen Goddess. So one of my clients, Francesca, she was a single mom and had just, given up on love and was kind of even content with it. Just focused on her beautiful career and was very generous, but she wasn't actually over masculine energy. So in our work together, we were healing her patterns where it was showing up as imbalanced relationships, especially with giving and receiving, burnout, resentment, not martyrdom. Like she's very beautiful and generous, but it was just over giving, complete imbalance. And it was affecting her Shakti and her joy and her dreams. Like she wasn't doing things that she dreamt of doing because of the overgiving of her time, energy, money, resources. So in our work together, we had to balance this excess of masculine energy and come into the feminine and have her have this healthy masculine and awaken the divine inner goddess. And then right after her 60th birthday, she experienced sacred union with her beloved king. So that's the other thing. It's never too late. I've helped women from like in their 20s to 60s manifest loves. People who've never had a serious relationship, to sometimes multiple divorces, children, like it doesn't matter your age, your circumstances. When you return to your divinity as goddess and do this healing work I'm talking about, come into your divine power, cultivate this beautiful nature that is you. Everything is possible. Another client of mine, Sapna, she was too much in the feminine and had not had a healthy masculine. So she kept attracting men who needed her and would have these very unhealthy, toxic, imbalanced, codependent relationships. She was a counselor. She's very giving and, just a natural healer. And sometimes as healers, we become the healer and the mother and the nurturer in our romantic partnership, but that's a partnership, right? So that is not a healthy dynamic. And then the masculine actually will regress to become a boy or a man child. And you become the man of the relationship or the mother of the relationship and the giver and the caretaker of the relationship, ending up feeling so burnt out, resentful, used, like a martyr. It's very unhealthy for both parties. So we had to heal her deep patterns around this, including a need to be needed and feeling like the only way I'm worthy and valuable is if I play this role, right? We had to heal all this. And she needed to cultivate the divine king within her as much as the goddess, the divine masculine. And as she rose in her divine queen nature, she finally freed herself of this pattern and attracted a beautiful divine masculine equal to the queen that she is, with a healed masculine within herself. So on either side, it's so essential to clear this masculine energy and our experience and our relationship with the masculine as Queen Goddess. So some more reflection questions for you, my love, at this point is to reflect on what have been your wounds with the masculine. What have been your wounds with the masculine? What are you dreaming of with the divine masculine? What would be different about you with your divine masculine and feminine healed and in sacred union within yourself? And then from this place, what would you manifest instead of your old pattern? Just checking your comments. This is so beautiful. I resonate with so much. I'm so glad, beloved. So reflecting on these questions, my love, okay? It's so important. This is such another essential part of our journeys to calling in our divine kings. So now that you have this part of the process of knowing that I need to cultivate the sacred union within myself of my divine inner queen with my king, God, goddess with God, becoming whole in both. Does this feel empowering? Does this feel resonant? That you don't need to wait for your divine masculine, but that you become your own inner hero, the king and queen. And so as you do that, he is going to inevitably make his way to you and be that beautiful reflection. Does that feel like a way you would like to receive love, that you're ready to say yes to? Does it feel like that will support and empower you as Queen Goddess ready for her king? Give me your yeses if you're here live. I can feel the shifts already happening. Yes, 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 yes. I love it. Yes. It's so beautiful. And honestly, even though we desire that beloved on the outside, doing this for yourself is so healing. My clients, like when they work with me and they all come to have that outer manifestation, but like a manifest soulmate love, when they finally heal this, they say this was worth it. Like no matter what happens, and of course the love happens too, but they're just so grateful that they heal this. And it's so beautiful actually to see how it ends up healing and elevating other parts of their life. Like money shows up randomly, and your brother is finally being kind to you, or your boss, you finally manifest like a wonderful male boss, and just all these things start shifting in this work that you weren't even expecting. It's so beautiful. Yes, yes, that harmonious balance. Yes, it's so beautiful and magical in ways that are so much bigger than manifesting your love. Like there's just so much more magic that unfolds. All right, my love. So the third secret, this is probably my favorite one. The third divine feminine key code secret to manifesting your divine king. A queen goddess is magnetic through her embodied sovereignty. And here's the key. She is the cause and the king is the effect. Okay? So a queen, she commands. She doesn't demand. There's no strife. There's no effort. There's no struggle. There's no waiting or wondering. She has no desperation in her energy. She does not cling. She does not long. She does not wait. She does not hope. She does not wonder. She doesn't compromise. She never settles, right? She knows she's worthy of having it all. All, like when clients come to me, sometimes they feel like, I can have like the really nice guy, but I'm not attracted to him, or I can have the really hot guy who is uncommitted. No, the queen has it all. She knows you can have it all. And as queen goddess, you are the cause. You are this powerful force that can only attract your highest partner to you because you're deeply rooted in your own highest self, in your divine self. So the queen operates only at the frequency where only good godly blessings can enter her queendom. Feel into this. Feel into like this queen version of you where you're on your throne and you're in your queendom. Would you allow some, like young prince, insecure prince to come to you? No. You require a king with a procession, right? Because the queen goddess is so clear on who she is and her standards, her boundaries, her energetic and her life for expectational minimums. There's no compromising. It's so solid. And no matter what appearances may be in the moment, even a challenge or frustration, she doesn't care. She's detached. She holds true to herself, her worth, her value, her sovereignty, and her vision. And her vibration is one of pure power and detachment. It's like she has uncovered that magical recipe of attraction. And this makes her irresistible to all her desires. And if she desires her king, she radiates this frequency where she's only receptive to him. No one else can even enter her sphere, her queendom. This is where, like you and your power, men who are not in theirs will not, maybe they won't even find you attractive, and that's okay. You want that. You're so in your power, or they don't know how to be with you, or like it's not happening. But a divine man who holds himself and his divinity and his power and his truth, he can see you, he feels you, he seeks you, he finds you, and he sees you. He's like, yes, this is the queen I've been waiting for. She's the queen. A woman who's radiating that self-honor and self-respect and radiance. Right? You don't waste your time with anything less than what you deserve, with your old patterns. Even if they come back to you and like, actually with me, my ex came back and was, begging and offering all the things and we're going to get married. And it's like, no, thank you. No. And it's happens to so many of my clients, and they say, oh my God, Saima, right before I started working with you, I was praying that they would come back. And now they have, and I just feel sorry for them. I'm like, I see them as such a different person. I see them through such different eyes because I am so different. Like, this is what my clients say. You no longer want that old other version of you wanted. It's not attractive to you anymore. It's not attractive to you anymore. You only desire and are ready for and can have the healthiest, most divine expression and experience of what you deserve, including in relationship. Feel into that power. Feel into this powerful version of you. Right? And the queen's path to becoming the cause, where the king and other beautiful things are just the natural and inevitable side effect that flock to her, that come to her as she is this radiant cause. Her path to that is the path of her divine feminine embodiment, right? And this happens through the goddess. So it's like we've come full circle with our codes. We start with the feminine and we do the feminine and masculine balance, and we come back to an even deeper and more powerful aspect of the feminine. Because the masculine, for example, it teaches, right? So you may have read the books and taken classes or done meditations and affirmations and practiced those tools. Maybe it hasn't worked yet. The masculine teaches, but the goddess becomes. This is what shifts everything. So what shifted everything for me. This is what shifts for my clients. Even when I wrote my book, Manifest Soulmate Love, that was in 2015. And at that time, I was like more of a general healer for everybody. And I wrote that book, for no matter what type of love anyone's looking for. And I hadn't, Flourishing Goddess was birthed in 2016. Before that, my practice was called Flourishing Lotus. And it's been so fascinating to know, like, since I've been teaching Manifest Soulmate Love from this goddess path, how accelerated, how magical, how beautiful the path has become. Because Manifest Soulmate Love evolved into becoming a goddess program rather than just a spiritual program, right? So the goddess does for us what is so natural and needed and essential for us women. Because with the goddess, we get into these mystical practices and rituals, and most of all, embodiment. Embodiment. And through the divine feminine path and sacred work, you become the embodiment, you become the cause, and the king, the lover, becomes the inevitable effect that comes to you, that shows up for you. As you radiate in your queendom, beloved. And it absolutely is possible for it to be this beautiful, this powerful, this easy, right? Your inner queen knows. So there's this version of you, the queen goddess version of you already is only available to her king. She's already, she is the version of you that exists already in that expectation of its inevitability. There's no doubt and no fear, no anxiety. So because of that, she is actually completely detached and surrendered and in flow. She has no lack or scarcity. She is in overflow. and pleasure, living her best life, right? She is master of her energy, receptive and detached. And this is what makes her irresistible to not only the divine king, but so many more things. My clients in my Manifest Soulmate Love program, it's incredible how many other things show up for them. So you become the cause. So one of my clients, Reina, she had this pattern when she came. Actually, it's funny. When she first came, we had this one back, I used to do single sessions. We had a session. It was very clear what needed to be healed. The program was the ideal path for her. And she said, okay, let me think about this. And then I didn't hear from her. And a year later, I heard from her and she said, okay, I thought after that session, I knew you were right. I knew I need to do all those things, but I just thought, I got this. I can do this on my own. She went about on her own and she came back saying, unfortunately, the same exact thing happened all over again. And now I am ready, Syma. Please help me. Let's do this. I'm done. I'm all in. She went all in. So we healed her patterns, a deep pattern of being unseen by men, like rejected. And her friends, like if she was out, people would hit on her friends in front of her. And it's like she was invisible, which was very, very painful. Just like, forget being rejected. It's like you're not even being seen or noticed, like you don't exist. So we uncovered some deep, deep roots behind that pattern, which she healed. And actually, I think I'm going to pull up her testimonial because I remember what she said. So she says, all I can say is time with the Manifest Soulmate Love Goddess program was life-changing. It opened my eyes and made me foremost fall in love with myself. I realized how I was holding myself back. And I finally embraced the realization that I was a queen goddess and deserved to be treated like one. I finished the program in April, a day before my birthday, and was ready to take my teachings and learnings and put myself out there again. I'm happy to say that 3 months after graduating Saima's program, I met my soulmate and king, and we got married the following May. My wedding altar was actually designed directly from one of Saima's session meditations. I want to thank Saima from the bottom of my heart for all her love, support, and guidance in this transformational, life-changing journey that helped me become a goddess and share my life with my beloved king. So that's just her heart testimonial that she shared. I was also invited to her wedding, and she showed me the picture of the altar that was from our meditation. And this is included in my beautiful meditations. And it's not the first time that's happened. And it just makes me so happy where people have said, Saima, my wedding, when it was happening, the ritual that we had in the meditation, it actually happened, and things like that happening. So there's pure magic there, but that's what happened. Like Reina went from being invisible to becoming this radiant, beautiful queen that she is. And of course, manifesting her divine beloved king. And they look so regal at their wedding as well. She actually had like the theme of being a queen and a king. They had this epic, regal, couch, so ornate. So she was so inspired by the program. She actually literally incorporated it into her wedding. It was so sweet. All right, my love. So my question for you is, how would it feel to manifest your king as queen goddess? Right? As being the version of you that is the cause. How does it feel to be with your beloved where there's no compromise and you get everything you desired? And you manifest him from your sovereignty and your receptivity. Doesn't that path sound so much more beautiful? Yes, it feels radiant, empowered, divine. Yes, it's magical. It's easy. It flows. There's no strife and struggle and effort and waiting. There's pure, divine, feminine, regal essence that you are one with, that you become. Feeling honored. Yes. I love that. Healing, peaceful, aligned. So beautiful. Oh, Okay, my love, what we're going to do now, we're just going to do a little mini meditation so you can feel into all this and drop into your hearts. This beautiful, these secrets, these seeds that have been planted. Let's just let them drop in to your heart. We're going to get some music going for us in the background, and I'm just going to invite you to relax, let go, and receive. And Clarice, my love, just let me know if the music sounds okay. Okay, good. All right, my love. So I'm just going to invite you to relax. Close your eyes. And fill up with that beautiful golden light and regal light, red, purple jewel tones. And honoring where you have been, where you are in this moment, honoring your journey, the blocks, the pains, the frustrations, the disappointments. Taking a moment to acknowledge all of that. Any feelings that have come up around how hard it's been, how long it's been, how it's held you back from being fully empowered and happy and flourishing, where it leaks your Shakti and your joy and your happiness, where it keeps you in your life waiting. Any ways in which it's affected you that are not for your highest good. Just allowing yourself to see and acknowledge that and say it's okay. And as you're filled with this pure divine light and it takes you deeper and higher, you feel this radiance begin to glow from inside of you. The radiance of your inner queen goddess. You are already connected to her. And what is she like? Your healed, whole, sovereign queen goddess self, who is healed in her inner divine masculine and feminine, who has healed her relationship with the masculine on all levels, who can receive from it, trust it completely, surrender to it, let it in, into your heart, into your body, into your being, into your life. You feel so safe with the masculine. This version of you who is embodied in her divine feminine power and magic and magnetism in all ways. Feel her radiance. Feel her light. Her confidence. What does this version of you have? How is she different from who you are today in this moment? What is her life like? And this version of you that already exists, she now shares her wisdom with you. She shows you what you needed to release to become her, what you needed to heal. And what you needed to embrace, to embody her fully. And she shows you that as you claim this, you went all in, and you not became her as something outside of you, but that you unleashed her as already within you, as part of your true regal goddess nature, your divine self. She shows you your future self, united with her divine beloved king who came to you. And this beautiful king is such a divine embodiment of not only his divine masculine, but also centered in the feminine. He honors all of himself. He is the most glorious embodiment of all you could desire in the masculine. And he's here. He's found you. You're together. And for this version of you, it's just so natural. It's an of course. Of course we're together. And this inner queen within you asks if you are ready to become her and have this love and this beloved. And you declare, yes, I am. And from where you are to where you're going to be as this queen, you now know that you are ready and you are all in. So be it, and so it is. Placing your hands on your heart and slowly and gently coming back, beloved. How did that feel? Checking in, letting me know how that felt, beloveds. Just a little mini connection with your queen goddess self and your divine king. Beautiful, amazing. Yes, that makes me so happy. Oh, this is just such a small glimpse of that queen within you and that king that I feel. This is why I was compelled to do this, because the goddesses in my meditations are showing me the gods like the divine masculine and Shiva and Horus and all these divine beloved masculine deities and beings that come through in my work, in my Manifest Soulmate Love program. They're just showing me these unions. Like they are the heavenly matchmakers ready to unite you. And they were like, open the gateway. And I'm just so happy that you're open and receptive. Thank you. Powerful. I'm so happy to hear that. This is the truth of who you are. Right? My love. So these are 3 sacred codes. There's so many more, but in a masterclass, I have to be so focused on what I can share in our time together. That's still going to serve you deeply. So from what you have received today, the secret codes, that a queen goddess is clear and confident, knows who she is, what she wants, what she deserves, and that this requires her to heal that resistance first from the divine feminine, and then that she is to become equally healed and whole in her divine feminine and masculine, and heal her relationship with the masculine. And third, that the queen goddess is the cause. In her sovereignty, becoming magnetic, she becomes the cause, and the king coming to her is the effect, the inevitable effect. And the path to that is one of her own divine feminine embodiment. Like it's not just mastery, because mastery is still masculine, but this is when the healing and the transformation becomes deeply embodied through the goddess path. So with just these codes, do you feel like if you embodied them, you did this work and you said yes and you went all in, that it would empower you to receive and manifest your divine king as queen goddess? Let me know if you're here with me live. Give me a yes, I do. I do. Like, you know, when you get married, yes, I do. Oh, you're so welcome, beloveds. Yes, yes, yes. These are so powerful. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I love it. And I know this works because this is the work that I've done. This is the work that all my beloveds do, and it always inevitably works. So I know it works, but I want to feel this resonant yes from you. I love all the emojis. Yes, I do. Yes. So beautiful. I do. I love it. I love the enthusiasm. So my loves, these are 3 codes. These are just a couple of little mini invocations, activations that I wanted to share with you today. And I want to ask those of you who wish to go deeper with me, if you're feeling, first of all, just hopeful and inspired by everything you've learned today. And I do hope that it served you so deeply. But like I shared, there's so much I can share in a masterclass. And I would love to share with you details if you would like to go deeper on my Manifest Soulmate Love offering, which I'm offering for the very first time to be an online group offering. In the past, it was always only private one-on-one, and I could no longer keep up with demand. And then I offered my Awakened Goddess training and had to kind of put this on the back burner. And now, you know, baby's coming later in 3 months. And I wanted to make sure that all my sisters who want to have their loves, that I can just give you this offering so you have it, so you can manifest your divine kings as queens from your divine feminine. I wanted you to have the whole entire path. So let me know. Yes, yes, I do. If you'd like to learn So manifest soulmate love is the most beautiful path to call in your divine beloved. It is a deep dive 8-session journey that will quantum leap you into your divine love union, right? This beautiful path has helped women clear lifetimes of blocks. It supports you in releasing all that resistance so that your beloved comes to you. It supports you so that you become magnetic only to your divine king, your divine soulmate, and that you can bypass the soul lesson mates and the karmic soulmates. It embodies you into your goddess self, through the deepest self-love and self-worth and sovereignty and magic and feminine magnetism and receptivity. And you truly are finally able to cut cords with karmic patterns and partners, right? So that you're free finally to be receptive to your true divine ultimate soulmate, right? So you're ascending and flourishing together the way that you're meant to with your king, a queen and king thriving together. And be the goddess that welcomes her embodied God, her embodied king, the divine, conscious, committed man who is ready to go all in with you and only you, who's been waiting and praying for you for so long. And to have with this beloved, like to prepare yourself to have this love that is the deepest, most beautiful connection, mind, body, heart, soul, that gets deeper and more beautiful and more passionate and divine as the years go by. Now, by this point, since I've been helping women since 2012, it's been long enough that I see their, the dating, the proposals, the weddings, the marriages, the families, the homes, like evolve. And their love just gets more and more beautiful with time. So this beautiful offering will help save you years. That in itself makes it so worth it, worth the investment, worth saying yes and going all in. It's 8 divine sessions with the goddesses. Each session is awakening the goddess within you, a different aspect of your own divine feminine self. And each key is so essential and so beautiful and so powerful and so healing and clearing and magical. And of course, we do a lot of the divine masculine healing as well. So you have these beautiful 8 sessions with me. You have 8 deep and profound embodiment meditations. This is where a lot of the magic happens. This is where we fill that gap of it's not just teaching and coaching at a very high level, but it's the embodiment and the transformation and the energetic clearing that happens and the karmic clearing that happens. It goes so deep. Then there's a Q&A call and some secret bonuses. The bonuses themselves are just worth the whole price of the program because they're mystical goddess sadhanas. So that's like a deep, powerful, potent spiritual practice. There's 2 of them that I give you that change everything. One of them clears lifetimes of karma and brings you fully into your power and sovereignty. And then the other one is there to call in only your divine masculine partner and beloved. And they're very mystical, sacred practices from the divine feminine. So this whole program is just like, imagine a temple of love. Like you go in as priestess, ready to receive, and the goddesses take you through these 8 initiations, and you become the queen goddess. You're going to be a different woman. The woman that comes out on the other side is not the same woman that enters. She is transformed. And the type of love you call in is a love that you've never known, but the love that you've always deserved. All right. So my loves, the value of the program is, I believe, around 16,000 because the 8 sessions are 8,000, the meditations are 4,000, the Q&A is 2,000, and the bonuses are 4,000. So the value of that is about 16. But of course, I'm not going to charge the value. And the truth is, you can't really put a price on empowering someone to finally heal years of an experience of narcissists or rejection or abandonment, even abusive, relationships with narcissists. And I know with my clients who are happily married now, there's no price that they can put on spending the rest of their lives. Like, what price can you put on spending the rest of your life with your true, divine, beloved soulmate and having that eternal love? So you can't really put a price on that, but that's the value. The program is so beautifully priced at a quarter of that, at 4,444. And right now, before we launch or start the live round, which begins this Friday, October 8th, which is a very auspicious day where the new moon energy and a festival of the goddess Durga. It's very auspicious. It's all divinely aligned. But right before we begin, it's at an incredible 50% of its pricing. So it's 2,222. I wanted to make this a no-brainer investment because I know that the queen in you, when she's ready, she decides and she goes all in. So this is the sacred investment, beloveds, for this beautiful program. And then I'm feeling right now that we'll close doors Thursday around 4. We'll keep this pricing, and then it's going to go up to 3,333 and then 4,444. So if you're ready to manifest your divine beloved from the feminine and have the experience that, well, not even me, because for me it took longer, and for you I collapsed time, so it doesn't have to take you that long. But join my beloved clients who I've celebrated all these years. I want you to be one of the clients that I celebrate, like to have your picture of your proposal and your wedding invitation. This love is possible for you. This love is inevitable. It is my divine mission to empower you to transform and become the divine queen goddess that you are. And you become the cause, and your king and the things that you desire become inevitable. And for this path to be so healing, empowering, and beautiful. So this is the time. The other thing is, after we finish this live, we had a lot of email requests of people who weren't able to join, and they were really requesting that we send out the replay to them. So I am going to send this out to our thousands of sisters in our email list. So this would be the time to join, because I'm pregnant and there's only so much energy I can hold, and we already have beautiful sisters who have joined the program. So I'm opening space for just a few more. So if you're feeling called, now is the time to go all in. The link to join is, I'll just drop it into our chat if you're here with me live, but it's flourishinggoddesschool.com/courses/manifest-soulmate-love. And I'll leave that in our description. I will leave it, I'll leave it on the description so you can find it in the comments. So I'll drop that link for you, my love. But like, I know this is so powerful. And I remember Sapna, she joined and she didn't have the money, but she just decided that she's going to join, and she ended up getting a tax refund. And this is kind of the magic that always happens with women. So women join at all different levels and circumstances of their life. But if you desire to be part of this right now, and this is the only time I'm going to be running it live, by the way. Afterwards, it's going to be a self-directed program at its full price. Decide Like, be the queen version of you. If you desire to have your love and you desire to do this with me in the most beautiful way as your goddess self, with such magical, divine, feminine rituals and teachings and practices, and just the path to clear the way to become the goddess, just decide. Decide as the queen goddess that you already are. Like, project into her and make your sovereign decision, because she is all in. She decides, she claims, she does, she gets. This is the power I'm calling you into. And of course, I would love to have you join me live, not only while the price is at 50%, but because it's just more fun. It's going to be like a goddess party at every live session. You don't have to attend the sessions live, by the way. The sessions themselves are the most important thing. So you watch it on your own time, right? I could have actually pre-recorded this. In my Awakened Goddess training, everything is pre-recorded and everyone watches and they feel like I'm just sitting right with you, Saima. And that's the vibe we always have. So you can join now. It doesn't mean you have to be there live to get the full benefit. That's the actual magic of the work itself. And what I'm going to do, something very special for those of sisters who are here live, or for the next 5 sisters to join. I am going to gift you your own personalized 3-card oracle reading for love. And I don't do one-on-one sessions anymore at all. So Clarice will monitor the next 5 sisters to join, and she'll email you and let you know that you're one of the lucky sisters who joined right away. And you are going to receive from me a personalized reading, which is very special because I don't offer them anymore. I don't do any one-on-one work anymore because of the divine demand and how I serve in groups, because also group work is so incredibly powerful. Okay, my loves. So there is my offering. We start Friday live. Afterwards, you can join, but it will be at a higher price. So I highly encourage you to join now, to go all in, to decide as your queen goddess self, right, what she would do. This is my beautiful offering. I cannot wait to celebrate all these love unions that are inevitable, that are coming, that the goddess has already shown me. There's all these divine gods who brought forth these glorious, glowing, golden kings, these men. And so it's like almost that if you're here and feeling guided, it's your divine partner who's saying, come, I'm ready. Let's do this. I'm waiting for you. So it's my honor to be a channel and a facilitator of this offering, which is the catalyst for you to embark on this goddess journey, to welcome the love and the beloved that you divinely deserve. It's possible, and with the goddesses, to me, in my experience with my clients, it is inevitable. So I hope, my loves, this has supported you. I hope the whole masterclass has supported you. I hope the offering, if it's resonant, is a yes, and you go all in and we do this magic together. I'm so excited for you to join. I'm so excited to do the readings for the next 5 to join. And I do encourage you to join soon, because when baby comes, I won't be able to make much YouTube content. So I will likely be putting this out on my YouTube channel, like putting it from unlisted to public, so that all my beloveds can also receive the masterclass, the female masterclass. And we have over 55,000 subscribers on YouTube. So they will be, equally invited to join the program as well. And then if I feel like, okay, this is the capacity that I can hold, I will likely actually close access to it. So now is the time. And it's been such a joy to connect with you, to serve you. I hope this masterclass has deeply activated you and empowered you and reminded you of your power as Queen Goddess, of the type of divine king that you deserve, and to leave with the conviction that you cannot, the Queen Goddess within you, cannot allow you to, from this moment forward, settle for anything less. You are a Queen Goddess, so divinely worthy of your divine king. It would be my honor to support you on this journey of receiving and magnetizing him, if you desire. And otherwise, I pray that this time together has deeply served you and empowered you. And I'm so grateful for you. I was feeling very low and lost. Thank you for your words and your power to make me feel like I can be who I know I am deep inside. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure, beloved. Thank you. Made me feel empowered and focused. Thank you. I'm so happy, beloved. I'm so, so, so grateful. This is why I do what I do. And I hope it inspired you. And if you're ready to go from inspired to let's do this, then for those of you, the doors are open to manifest soulmate love. Let's do this. Let's do this at the best pricing it's ever going to be, the only live round it's ever going to be. And let's just go all in. Let's do this. And I just want to celebrate your weddings as well. So my loves, thank you again so much for being part of this beautiful masterclass. I invite you to share with any of your sisters, who are like woo-woo sisters like us, or empath or sensitive, or who just need that boost of confidence and faith and trust in themselves and the love that they deserve, that they too can call in. Because we're all powerful co-creatresses and queen goddesses. So I thank you so much, beloveds. It's been such a beautiful, wonderful time. And I see you already as the queen goddess that you are. And I'm so excited to welcome you to become the queen goddess that you are with me if you desire. And I'm so grateful for this time together to remember who we are and what we deserve and settle for nothing less. Because we are God, Goddess embodied. Our beloved is the divine embodied. And we now open to all that we divinely desire and deserve. So be it, and so it is. Thank you so much, beloveds. It's been such a magical 2 hours. I'm sending you all my love. Mwah! Namaste.